Hello, fellow scrubs. Notester82 here today with Lumines Remastered. Hey, you remember that old Lumines game that I covered, which was on Steam and whatnot? Yeah, that's gone now. But instead, we have Lumines Remastered, which goes ahead and redefines all the cool stuff we loved about the original PSP Lumines games, which is where it started. You have this nice little city, vibes and aesthetic to it and whatnot. You also have return of some classic, well, just all the modes that we come to know and love and whatnot. I'm just saying this as if we're all just hecking Lumines fans, but yeah, there's like time attack, puzzle, mission. These two modes versus CPU and two-player battle weren't in the previous Lumines game that I mentioned, so that's cool. And as you can see, if we go over here, we actually have a controls panel. You do not know how much it annoyed me that this was not in the other Lumines game. Not only that, but it had customization stuff for mouse controls. Mouse controls. Good heckin' grief. Anyway, yes, this is if you're unsure of what Lumines is, it is a puzzler, a music puzzler. Yeah, you match blocks together to create squares, and then those squares do stuff, and then there are a bunch of skins which also do stuff, and it all sounds and looks very pretty. I'll go ahead and do challenge mode for a bit. They changed it up a little bit here, so basic you only do it once. You loop for all the skins once and that's it. Endless, you just loop as many times as you can, and then like later on it gets faster. And then shuffle, just all the skins that you have, but they're shuffled. And it's not just like, you know, the challenge skins, because there's also versus CPU skins and then other bonus skins, but yeah. With all that out of the way, let's go ahead and begin our journey into Lumines Remastered for Steam, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and PS4, if you were wondering. So yes, this is the game. You drop these blocks, and then when you make a square, this timeline will pass through, and it deletes blocks. There are also bonuses of certain sorts, which I'm kind of wrapping up right now, including this sort of combo thingy. If you make 4 squares in one timeline sweep, you'll basically just get a bunch of points. But if you can continue making 4 squares, then you'll just keep racking up even more points, which is how you score big in this game. Gotta keep that combo going by any means necessary. That block that I just used is a chain block, which can be used to clear out some space. It basically just activates when you match when you just match a like colored block next to it. Yeah. If you're wondering what the current song is, you can always look on the bottom left. This is Shinin by Mondo Grosso, who I recently found out was just a stage name for Shinichi Osawa. I'd remembered liking Shinichi Osawa and Paul Chambers for their Singapore Swing and Singapore Madness songs, which were in which were in Radio Soul Wax's Under the Covers mixes. I'm devolving to like a bunch of topics out of nowhere. Just that one thing, you know. Yeah. But yeah, he also has other songs. He being Mondo Grosso or Shinichi Osawa, however you want to talk about him. Anyway, yeah, back to Lumines. I apologize. I like my music tidbits. If you see on the left, on the right. I'm so concentrated on like the puzzling that I cannot like function properly. On the right, you'll see a level counter and a bunch of other stuff, but yeah, the level counter is the most important. When you delete squares, they call it deleting in this. When you delete squares, then you'll advance your level up, and then once you level up enough, you'll just move on to the next skill. So if you're getting bored with your current one, you just gotta keep matching matching those squares. Keep deleting them. I keep interchanging the word for it, I guess. Do that, yes. Yeah, this is more or less what the game is. There are other modes which I shall get to, but I want to kind of show off all the cool skins that are in challenge mode. Also, you'll see me do like certain things pertaining like gameplay-wise, and I guess I have my sort of ways for scoring stuff. Maybe I'll try like explain like some of the tactics that I'm doing as I do them. But talking and playing a puzzle game is hard at times, maybe. Yeah. Also, yes, if you, I forget if I mentioned this in my video about like the other Luminous game, but if you notice how it sounds like somewhat different, as in like everything is on sync, because somehow the music for the previous Luminous game was off sync, and it rustled my jimmies pretty well, let me say. Let me tell you. It was weird. But yeah, this game fixed it, thank goodness. I was gonna cry if it didn't like turn out to be good, because I remember hearing the news about it coming to Nintendo Switch and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But then when I heard it was also coming to Steam, I was like, hold the hecking phone. I know the Steam sale is going on, and I know that this game isn't on sale. I'm gonna pay the heckin' $15 for it, and I'm going to be proud. And I was proud. It was a good purchase. Or you could wait for it to go on sale, that's your decision. But yeah, it was very worth it for me. Just being an avid Luminous fan. So avid, I also know about the hecking flip phone Luminous that they did. That was interesting. I don't know how good it is. Maybe it was an ambitious attempt, and I appreciate them for trying to do that. Yeah. And by them, I of course mean the developers, which would be Q Games, but they kind of broke up, but they rebanded. Well, not rebanded. At least like the lead person for it, who also made this, Rez and Meteos, Tetsuya Mizuguchi, he just reformed the group, and now they're just called Enhanced Games. And yeah, I guess that's a little bit better than just being called Q. Did I say Q Games or Q Entertainment? Q Games is a completely different thing, and I will go on to another tangent if I continue talking about them, so I shall abstain from that. Hopefully. And I'll continue matching those squares. I like the aesthetic of the skin here, and how it sounds anyway. Problem is, I go too fast and then I just skip through it like that. It's a sad day. It's always a sad day. Okay, let me actually try and get the combos now. Like, for comboing, you kind of just have to, since 4 blocks, 4 squares is all you need, you just have to, like, as soon as you make one, just go ahead and, like, as soon as you make, like, a group of 4, just immediately start making your other group of 4, unless you're feeling gutsy and you want to continue scoring more points, then by all means do that. But a broken combo is it's not something that you can get over easily. It's just a very sad moment. So yeah, I have that group of 4. I'm gonna put this stuff on this side now because that side's already doing it. I'm gonna wait for that timeline to go by so I can do that. And then there's just a sort of way of stacking that you eventually get used to, but can also learn. I don't know, just keep your board like, relatively clean. Like, it's gonna get dirty, trust me, but, yeah. Very glad that Luminous just came back out of nowhere. I remember mentioning in my last video that the game sort of need to make a comeback of some sort.
If Electronic Symphony was the last Luminous game, at least they went out with a bang, but still, this game needs to make a comeback.
Yes, that was indeed a moment. And then there was the part where I said, oh, it should make a comeback, but oh, not on mobile. And then guess what? It actually came out on mobile. And it was relatively decent. It did not have that many well, like, yeah, it costs money, obviously. It was gonna be like a free-to-play thing. But, like, it really could have used more, like, starter skins, perhaps. Like, it felt pretty empty. I don't know. And then the DLC hit, and then I was like, probably not. Oh, that thing I did right there was a half delete, where like you only delete half of the blocks because you put it in a weird way. I don't know how to explain it. I'll try and show it again with this red piece here. Wait, no. Because the thing is falling too fast, that's why. Okay, I did it wrong. Let's see. Well, I can't intentionally show it, it only happens to me when I'm trying to not do that. It's actually set up for it, but yeah. Yeah, the different skins will have like different fall speeds, so it makes things kinda difficult. Yeah, see, so the way I built that square, it only like deleted some of it and not all of it. And sometimes that can be useful, but more or less it's kind of a nuisance. Also, yes, the skin is... All the skins are very unique and weird in their own ways. And of course I mean weird in a good way. Because weird is very good. Yes. This is a slow skin, so we can go ahead and rack up those big points here. Gonna do that. Gonna go here. Kind of like go back and forth with it all. And I'm also sort of like trying to look ahead and see what the board would generally look like before all of the blocks are cleared, if that makes sense. Like, I know the way I put down that white, it's gonna make another square. But I'm like going too fast to even like just show it. I just wanna make squares, man. I'm an addict to squares, yes. They're a very good shape. Do superior shape, perhaps, but we'll not get into some sort of debate about shapes. I don't want to be a shapeist. Oh yeah, you can probably hear my keyboard because it's just fiercely tapping away at these things. Let's see here. Yep, that is indeed the next game. So yeah, I believe that's all for challenge mode. You can change your controls mid-game for reasons. There's vibration stuff, but I do not have a controller, which I'll go ahead and exit for now. So yeah, that was a bit of challenge mode, and I guess I'll show some puzzles, maybe some missions, and then go to versus CPU. Time attack is pretty self-explanatory, you just clear stuff in a certain amount of time. Puzzle modes where stuff gets interesting, yeah. So we'll go ahead and start with this. You basically have to make a shape, but yeah, just make a shape out of like certain blocks, but like, as it says, adjacent blocks must be a different color. You can't be like, oh, I made it a cross, or like two of them, but it's like, no. Because you did it wrong. You gotta do it like this. And yep, that's that puzzle solved. That is puzzle 1. What if we kicked it up a notch and went to puzzle, what, 36? Make an apple? Maybe? Who knows? Yeah. So for like harder puzzles like this, you're gonna want to try and visualize everything as like layers almost. So I'll set a picture up on screen right here. You can sort of see how I've divided everything up into stuff and whatnot. So I'm gonna go ahead and do just that. Just waiting for like certain colored blocks to appear. When I find like the right one, then I'll go ahead and use it. Any blocks I don't need, I'll sort of put over to the side, but mind you don't want to slam them over there because eventually you're gonna run out of space, and if you end up like getting next to your pattern, then that would be pretty weird. Alright, so we have the thing we need. My apple's gonna be white, if you were wondering. I need a, wait. Actually, no, I could have used that plus piece. I don't know why I did that. Just put these around here. I can use that for this. Oh yeah, I like the thing it says when like you use the chain link. Just listen to it. It's so weird. I don't know. And I like weird. If I hadn't said that already. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up this, put that right there. I'm gonna clear out more stuff. I can put this down here, following along with my little diagram that may or may not be on screen still at the moment as I edit it. Who knows? Yeah, I can sort of safely drop stuff around because we have our apple now. That's pretty good. But then we get to some hard stuff, like a heckin' Chinese character, or hand holding a dumbbell. You may notice here that this one is interesting because you have the middle where like the blocks have to be the same color. Wait, that made no sense. Where you create squares in the pattern, that's what I meant to say. But then you might be like, but note, won't that like, if I'm trying to make it, won't I delete the thing that I'm trying to make? You might, if you're doing it the wrong way. For puzzles like that, you'll want to like sort of do the sides first, and then like you literally just wait for like having like maybe 2 full colored squares. So you just keep matching stuff on the side until you get those 2 full colored squares, and then you put those 2 quickly so that when the timeline passes through, the pattern's complete, and then it's all set. It won't clear the squares if it's part of the pattern and you're actually doing it, if that makes sense. Alright, with all that out of the way, let's actually do a super hard puzzle, like this scale over here. There are 100 puzzles if you didn't see there, and this is indeed puzzle 80. Yeah, this one's a bit more tricky because you gotta look out for certain stuff. I'll still continue with my sort of layering technique and then see what I can accomplish from that. I guess I'll put this down here, right? Sorry, just like spacing out for a whole minute. Yes, I can put that there. And then I just need a checkerboard because if I were to... Yeah, I can put that there. I'm gonna assume you understand what I'm talking about because it's gonna be hard to point it out now that I've done it. So I did that, yeah. I'm like looking at the puzzle, trying to, the image, trying to see how to do it right. So I need a straight piece like that, and then I need another one of those straight pieces. So I can do this. It's getting at the top, which may be a little bit scary, but it should be fine. Let's see here. Wait, so what shall I do now? I'm going to do one of these, and now wait, so still thinking on like how to do this. Like as I'm okay, so I need like a white L, I think, and then I put it. Wait, right? Yeah, right. It's because it's not touching. Good. So we do that. No, we don't put that there because that's going to end up touching the pattern, and it really sucks to put a lot of work into a puzzle only to misplace one piece, and then it all goes to crap. We'll do that there for a little thing. I'll do that right there. Very intense thinking going on right now. Oh, what? What was that? That was some sort of... wait. Okay, so I need to mirror the other thing. So that means getting another checkerboard, I think, because I can't... I have a weird thought process for this. It's winnable, maybe. Hopefully. Well, that's actually just rip right there. Oh my gosh, I didn't notice. The snake is all dead and stuff. Just look at him, he's all sad. I'm sorry, Snake, don't die. Please don't die, Snake, no. Snake. 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 Alright, that is enough of that. So as you can see, yeah, the puzzles can get really, really hard. There's this, there's a bunch of these. There's a tetramino and a heckin' pentamino. The hecking PlayStation symbols, A, B, C, D, symbol, other symbols, numbers 0, 1, 2, and 3, a 5x5 square, 0 through 9, as in like you make the number 0 and then the number 1, then the number 2, etc, etc. This stuff gets real intense, yes. We shall have fun with those. And we have mission mode where you clear... There's different kinds of missions, like maybe erase all of the blocks in like one step and you have like certain pieces, or you have to create a column of nothing by digging down. Or you have stuff like just erasing squares. I apologize for that. Let's do the erase 171, and maybe I can talk about my square deletion as I do it. I'll just stack these on top of each other, sort of. Do that. And yeah, like I said before, and it's kind of obvious since, like, you know, look ahead is very good in puzzle games, but it's especially important in Lumines. So it'll just allow you to be efficient with like your square creating, so you're not just watching your stuff crumble right before your very eyes. Crumble in a good way, like cookie crumble. That is indeed the good kind of crumble, yeah. I was reading an article, I'll probably link it in the description, but there was someone talking about how your mistakes in Luminous are, like mistakes in puzzle games, Tetris for example, is pretty devastating. But mistakes in Luminous, they are actually not all too bad. So I was like reading the article, I was thinking, oh, so he's talking about how how your pieces and whatnot, how they can all sort of just eventually come together and whatnot. Like you can recover from a dirty board just from like good matching. No, he was just praising a singular power-up, and that was the snake power-up, which I do agree is a... I said snake power-up. I love the snake, okay? He's amazing. Just look at him. Look at him just stick out his tongue and whatnot. It's beautiful. Anyway, yeah, he was just doing that, which, again, I like somewhat agree with. You know, just other sort of... Well, that went absolutely nowhere. Good grief. I just like matching squares. If you hadn't known that already, somehow. Actually, not somehow, it's okay. It's fine. Maybe you thought it was matching other kinds of stuff. Yeah. Anyway, that was that mission done, I suppose. I'll do one of the heckin' 5 columns of nothing. There we go. This is where your digging skills get put to work. How well can you dig to the bottom of the board? Or how effectively can you use the chain power-up? Because this mode still gives you those for reasons. It's not much of a challenge anymore. Oh. Alright, so we have that. Yes. Yep, there's a chain power up, so we're gonna go ahead and just use one of those down there. And then that will clear up a bunch of stuff. I'll put more garbage in there because it'll eventually fit and work its way down. Some more garbage. I'm gonna not use that white block there because I want to dig down. What I'm saying probably does not make sense because I'm like just going all over the place with it, but if you do understand, that's very good to hear. Successfully decoded myself. Wow, I just messed up one of my columns of nothing. Now it's a column of something. Alright, I'll just stack these up here, because why not? Oh, that's a half delete. That's annoying. Do that, yes. Yeah, my columns of I'm sitting here and I'm criticizing how it has like the chain power up thing, but then like I'm utilizing that, so I'm just a big heckin' hypocrite. Do that. Yes, I'm somewhat running out of time. I made another. It's about to be a column of nothing. There we go. How am I supposed to make 5 of these? Jeez. It's not going all that well, but I can recover, maybe. I can definitely recover now. Do that, and that should be our 5 columns. There we go. Good heckin' stuff. Mission 42, the meaning of life. 42, the meaning of life. 5 columns of nothing. Wow, that's dense. Real heckin' dense. Alright, so one more mode I want to show off is versus mode. I guess I'll explain it as I go on. Yeah. Like, you have 2 sides, and like, one side is the opponents, one side is you. and you just match squares, basically, same thing. Except with a small twist. If you match more squares than your opponent after one timeline sweep, then the board will get bigger for you, and vice versa. First person to top out loses. My brother liked to point out how it was an unfair advantage for player 1 because they just have like the timeline just goes to them. Actually, no, it's a disadvantage for player 1 because the... Did I already say disadvantage? I'm not even sure. Disadvantage for player 1 because they start on the left, and that's where the timeline starts, so they're gonna have no time to make blocks. Meanwhile, the opponent could just make blocks, and it's like, oh, yep, sorry. Yeah. So when you're on the attacking side, you sort of want to continue making squares and like not let up, and then when you're on the defense, you just have to try and make do with what you have. Time your drops carefully so you don't end up topping out too quickly. Oh yeah, this is a favorite skin of mine. I like the hip-hop vibes of it. And of course it's weird, and I just normally gravitate towards weird stuff. So that's just should top out eventually, I suppose. Well, it's too late for that. That's true. So attack. Please die at some point. Please. Please, I know I said I liked this, but I still have more whatever's to show off. Oh, he attacked me. Then I attacked him back. You can just throw your discs at me out of nowhere. Please, just top out. I've never seen them doing this good. Why? Why now? Just because I took a small little break, I just start dying. That's what I mean when I say you can't let up on them. You give them an inch, they'll take not a mile. They'll take a heckin' some other unit of distance that is bigger than a mile. They'll take 2 miles. Yeah. What's this? What's this? Oh no, I referenced the thing. OWO. What's this? OWO is a bit overrated, I might say. OUO is actually where it's at. Thank you once again for coming to my TED Talk. My next topic will be the essence of meep. Yes. It's spelled with 2 E's, no A. I'm not trying to be a copycat Phineas and Ferb, I guess. That was a show, I suppose. That was definitely not 104 days long, because they had like more episodes than 104, I think. And I'm failing to do this stuff, apparently. See, what I'm wondering is if, like, the squares I'm making as the thing moves, if they count for him or not, because that would be very cheap, just a part of the square counting for him, just because I made some moves. But yeah, it looks like he's weakening up, so we can go ahead and attack his defenses. And refuse to return his CD, as shown in the title. Please return my CD. No, what if I like the tunes? What if I want to do the stuffs, you know? Yeah. Oh, this one is slightly annoying. This skin. You'll see. I mean, it's still alright, but like, all this beeping is just too much. Here we go. Yeah, she has enough squares, she's gonna annihilate me. That's a half delete. Whoops. I apologize for your eardrums. I'm going to try and beat this as quickly as possible. Please, cheese. That is indeed her name, by the way. All the avatars have names. The dancing icons on the bottom left of the screen, they all have names, and the one on the right happened to be named Cheese. Named after the blocks, apparently. Strange. But it's okay.
3, 2, 1.
Me calm. Alright. See, like, they always have, like, that one advantage. I kinda agree with my brother, because they just, like, immediately make a singular square. It's like, hey, I'm a winner. I really appreciate how all of the skins and whatnot are very unique in their own respective ways. Going through all sorts of sounds and styles, beeps and boops and whatnot. And whatnot is just such an amazing term. I don't know, I just keep using it and stuff. And stuff and whatnot, etc., etc., etc. Yes.
3, 2,
Yeah, I guess I'll finish off the rest of the bosses. I was thinking of just like leaving it off after that one, but I'll go ahead and do the rest. I'll flex on them. I say as I take damage, because I took my fingers off of my J and no, my K and L keys, which I use for rotating. I use ASD for the movement, and I just forgot where those keys were for a moment, and then I just died, metaphorically. But yeah, some matches can be really quick, other matches can just take a hacking eternity. I think the next one is my favorite versus skin. Yes, the Spy Loves Me. I like this one. It reminds me of Hideki Naganuma's work, which you will recognize from the numerous times I use his music as for sound audio levels. Yeah. Those were the days. Speaking of which, I have a bunch of WIPs that I need to get to, but I don't know. Big old laser bones when it comes to that. That, and I'm like maybe too judgmental at times, which makes me feel like, oh, I don't want to make this anymore. It's gonna be crap. Or like, no. After hacking Paradise Garage, I was like, can I even make another Paradise Garage? Is my next level even going to top that? And yeah, it just made me not make levels for a while. But eventually, I was able to make the Beat Blade Bear and sort of stopped my hiatus, which was good. This has a lot of heckin' sirenings, and then someone's dying. Someone's dying this world, please. That's good. Oh, this is good. This is very good. This is what I mean about matches either being really quick or taking an eternity. But that's okay, because as I said before, this is my favorite versus skin. That was a lot of noise. A lot of noise indeed. Level 8 now, I believe. I think. I'm not sure. I don't know. Oh yeah, Brash is a good one as well. Has a nice thing to it. Nice vibe. Both the visual appearance and the sounds. Alright, now Joker, you gotta play fair, you know? I know you're a Joker, but the game suggests sort of holding off on attacks. Like, don't like attack with like all of your ammunition, but instead ration it. But I don't know, sometimes I just really... Maybe I'm just like on my regular playing mode and I like to just spam a bunch of whatevers, but yeah, it is indeed a good tip to make use of. The skin is also strange, just the sounds and the chaos of everything. Heck, that's good. Alright, yep, put that there. I messed up a little bit, I mean a lot. That chain block went to his side too, that's bad. Oh, that's especially bad. But I can survive this, hopefully. Yep, and then we gotta... That was a waste. Will this be enough? Maybe. This? Yes. This is a strange battle. Please just let me survive. Oh, just a little bit. No, I topped out. Very unfortunate. The drop rate was too fast on that one. So now we will play a little bit more aggressively, yeah? No more Mr. Nice Guy. He is not making as much scores as I am. I fail to believe that. Alright. Went from like 1 minute or something to 15 seconds. Jeez. Luminous versus Mode's a crazy concept. Oh yeah, and then we have this final boss, I guess, which is really heckin' big. You thought Ridley from Smash was big? Look at this guy. I'm also still surprised that like they just gave in to the sort of... I don't know if it was them giving in, or if they legitimately thought, oh hey, let's put Ridley in Smash. Giving in to the requests, the memes, the everything. And I won't mention a specific individual that people are still clamoring over. I mean, like how about the real heroes, eh? Karate Joe for Smash Ultimate, eh? That sounds very nice. Very good thing indeed. Heck, I'm dying. But not anymore. This board is relatively full. Yeah, he's gonna die soon, I think. Please? There we go. All you have to do is say please, and that is it. Alright, so that was versus CPU mode. I guess since I haven't shown this, well yeah, there's like online rankings, play history, settings, help, credits, and avatars. You unlock avatars by like doing certain things. Like I unlocked this one by linking 25 or more blocks together with the chain thing. I got this one for completing all hard puzzles. So it's sort of like an achievement sort of area, I guess. These are the hardest ones. Complete 2 rounds of the Endless Challenge, which just means looping twice. Win against the CPU without using any retries. I did that like a while ago. I clearly didn't do that here, but yeah. kill at least 320 squares in 300 second time attack, and complete the shuffle challenge for all skins. I'm gonna assume you need all skins unlocked for this, which also means I need to complete all the puzzles, because completing mission mode and puzzle mode will give you skins for those, so yeah, that's gonna take a while. But hopefully I'll get done with that, and maybe I'll just go ahead and do a bunch of score run stuff. Maybe you'll see more videos about this soon. I don't know. But yeah, that's all for Luminous. It's a very good music puzzler. It's up there with, well, I mean, it's what started the whole music puzzling thing. I was gonna say it's like up there with Chime, but that's another story. Both games are pretty interesting in their own endeavors. But you know, I just started out with Luminous, the heckin' square deleting, music making sort of thing. Yes. That shall be it for now. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, fellow scrubs.